From Westminster City Park in Westminster, Colorado, this is the 2017 USAFL Western Regional Tournament. This is the final women's game of the 3 round robin matches between the Denver Lady Bulldogs and the All-Star teams. All-Star team made up of players from 7 different USAFL clubs. I'm Brian Barrish, great to have your company as well. The Denver Lady Bulldogs are 2-0 on the day. If they win, they are the Western Regional champions. The All-Stars are 0-2, but they would love to play the role of spoiler. If they defeat Denver, then it may come down to percentage, and the winner of the game going on behind us between the San Francisco Iron Maidens and the Seattle-Sacramento combination will have a chance based on percentage, and maybe even head-to-head. I forget which is the first tiebreaker. But in any event, if Denver wins, it's all academic. So we mentioned there are players from 7 different teams on the on this All-Star side. New York Magpies, the Arizona Lady Hawks, the Portland Sockeyes, the Minnesota Freeze, the North Star Blue Hawks, the Des Moines Roosters, and the LA Dragons. We are underway in this final round game. The All-Stars are in the pink jumpers. We're going to call them the All-Stars, as there's a kick by Armstrong. Melissa Armstrong kicks that one in front. There's a handball. They go. There's a kick on for goal, and that one is just off to the side there by the number 7. That is Lauren Skonechny of the New York Lady Magpies. I believe that has gone through 4 behind, and it has. So the All-Stars draw first blood. That was a little bit of a surprise, but in any event, it's 1-0 to the All-Stars. We were expecting them to really, I think, be more of a force in the games, and they have been to an extent. And now out of the back come the Bulldogs, as here is, I believe that's Poor. And then running around with it and throwing that one on to the right is the number 9. That is Yuka Kawakatsu. Allen goes into the middle, and Denver is able to clear it out into the middle of the ground. Ball pops from the air. Strife gets it in stride. She throws it on to the right, and it's on to Kastanek. Lindsay Kastanek has room to maneuver. She sets in a thumping ball into an open goal square. It's going to roll. It's going to roll. It's going to stay in play. It's picked up and hand back to Roeder. Roeder kicks for goal. It's going to roll, and it's going to go through. And it's going to go through for a minor score. That levels the scores. It's 1-1, the All-Stars and Denver. The All-Stars put it back into play, but it's sent right back at them. The ball goes out of bounds. That's an advantageous situation for Denver. The Bulldogs won both of their games earlier. They had they had one comfortable win. It seemed like, even though the Seattle-Sacramento side gave them a pretty stiff fight, Denver was much the best, and then an 11-1 victory in the game over the San Francisco Iron Maidens. The All-Stars lost both their games, as we mentioned, as Adrian kicks it. There's Roeder's kick from point blank. I believe that one's gone off to the side, and it has. But that has given them the lead, as Sarah Roeder has kicked both points for the Bulldogs. It's 2-1.
Hey, umpires, in your speed.
Of course, you've got the All-Stars, and of course, one of the teams on there is one of the newer teams, the North Star Blue Hawks up in Minneapolis, as well as you've got the LA Dragons. They go out to the near side. Here's Simone Shepard. Of course, she's going to take that one. Simone Shepard is going to be harried, and then throws that one on to the left, through the hand. That one goes straight up in the air, handballed into the middle where it's marked, and then she just got through the ball. Into the middle there was the number 6, which is Kelly Bishop from Arizona, and then that one is kicked on nicely there by the number 10. That's Lonnie Silvio, and now in the middle of the ground, picked up and kicked there. 24 is Eileen Yoon, also from the LA Dragons. It's picked off. There is Kawakatsu, who tried to kick it on. There it is, a good bump throw, but Denver able to get to the football out to the near side, as Mortensen couldn't get to it. It stayed on the inside. Ball comes back in the play now. Long kick up that far side on the sideline, and it is marked. The wind picking up here. There's a long kick inside. It is marked nicely, and I believe that was Bailey Hurtado, who was really impressed. She's a fairly newer player, and the mark is taken, sliding mark taken by Castanek. Lindsay Castanek throws that one onto the right. It's going to hang up in the wind off the foot of Aaron McAllister. Ball goes to ground as Wilkerson throws herself at the football. Strepp was the one who picked it up. Got away from Silvio, but no, did she? Yes, she did. She just got, it's going to be holding the ball, and a great job. Oh, no, she didn't. I'm sorry, that was a high tackle. He pointed in the wrong direction. Sorry about that. Here's a free kick. There's Strepp. Strepp with a long kick. Marked by Castanek. Lindsay got vertical on that one, and she's going to want to wait for the wind to blow. And you can see the sky is darkening a little bit in the background with the rain. There's a long kick, but it's marked by Shepard. Simone Shepard, who I think arguably was the best player of the season last year, and she kicks it out to the left side, one-on-one contest. Ball goes to ground, picked up and then handballed it into the middle. Silvio against Strepp. Strepp picked it up, handballs into Castanek. Castanek, she's hauled down by Bishop. Play on, or no, they're going to call that one back. And is it going to be a free kick? Yes, it is. Great job by Bishop, former member of the Freedom. She's been to I don't know if she's been to an IC, I think she has. And that one is kicked up onto the near side, through the hands. Still 2-1, Denver the lead. Kawakatsu, rather, that was Yoon. Here is Tawania Clark, who kicks it on. Here is Mortensen, will go in short. Mortensen kicks it over to get it as Castanek. Turns with the handball into the middle. Back to Wilkerson. Wilkerson not with the greatest of kicks, and that will be an easy pickup for Shepard, who is playing sweeper in a sense. The mark is dropped by Strepp, and she is immediately met by Lauren Sullivan, but it's picked up. It's picked up quickly. Here is a handball as they give it over. Here is Castanek from Adrian. That one is coming back. It looks good from here, and it's a goal. And that's the first goal of the game, and Lindsay Castanek with a beautiful curly cue, and Denver has the first major of the game. Denver 1-2-8, the All-Stars 1 point. And a good job by Katie Ann Shearer, who is the sister of Columbus's Katrina Shearer. Katie Ann Shearer, by the way, worth mentioning, she is the goalkeeper for the U.S. women's handball team. Bet you didn't know that. And she's darn good at her job, or else she wouldn't be playing on the national team. But she's making her mark here in Australian football. Ball in the air again as Strepp is in the middle against Lauren Sullivan. Or rather, that's against, oh no, it was against Sullivan. That's going to be a free kick. And it's awarded to Hurtado, who'll throw that one onto the right for the Bulldogs. Going inside, one-on-one contest, off a couple of fingertips. Rolls inside 50 very lazily, and then going back to pick it up, I believe that Shepard handballs it up top looking for Blecker. Jess Blecker going to Melbourne in a couple of weeks from Portland. Out to the near side, Wilkerson kept it in play, got away from Armstrong. That's going to be close. And it's out on the full is what the call is, and that'll be a free kick. So here is Jessica Blecker from the Portland Sockeyes in her 4th season. Blecker kicks that one in. One-on-one contest, but Castanek was always going to win that one as she was able to put her hands around that of Bishop. Here's a kick, one-on-one contest, and it's marked defensively by Simone Shepard. So here is Shepard in the back line, who's starting to rack up the possessions. Long kick into the middle of the ground, off the fingertips of Clark, who got it on the second bite of the cherry, able to get it away from Sullivan. Off the side of her foot, that ball is still in play as it skips by Roner. And then there is Becky Kraft from Minnesota. Oh, great tackle by Roner to run her down. And that is going to be in the back, it looks like. And in fact, it is in the back, so free kick. That is Emily Rice of the Des Moines Roosters wearing the red Power Ranger socks. Always loved the Dragon Zord. Wait, that wasn't the Dragon Zord. That was the Tyrannosaurus Rex dragon. Anyway, As the mark goes inside, that one is picked up by Melissa Armstrong of the Arizona Hawks, former San Francisco Iron Maiden. We'll see her in Melbourne as well. Ball goes to ground, stepped aside, now thumped backwards by the All-Stars. Picked up and then getting away. She's going to send that kick on deep. One-on-one contest, all alone, and a good job of backing that, swatting that one away there by the 11, who is Delfina Delgadillo from Los Angeles for the All-Stars. And it looked like Kastanek might have caught that one high. She is slow to get up in the interim. That is a free kick for Shepherd. And here come the All-Stars out of the back, trailing 8-1 to the Denver Bulldogs. If the Bulldogs win, they will become the Western Regional Champions. Still plenty of footy to go as Wilkerson keeps her head over the football. And then down it goes. Here is Silvio, who spins away from one tackle, dropped the footy. Umpire says play on, and Mortensen picks it up. She throws that one onto the left, high into the air. Adrian, did that go 15? It didn't matter because she's going to play on into the middle, marked by Kastanek. Her partner in the forward line and her partner in life. And that will be from straight out in front with a crosswind from right to left. So the kick over Jess Blecker starts right, tails left, and finds the major target. Goal to the Denver Lady Bulldogs. Kastanek's got 2. Denver's got a comfortable lead. It is 2-2-14 for the Lady Bulldogs. 1 point, only 1 point for the All-Stars. Midway through the first half. I'm Brian Barish. Great to have your company wherever you're watching us, either here at the ground or on YouTube at USAFL.com. Ball comes in back to the middle. Maria Victor of the North Star Blue Ox heading into the game now. North Star, the other team in Minnesota. That'll be interesting to see how that rivalry develops. Ball goes to ground. They stay with the footy. Claire Algazin is in there watching. Bishop was up over the top, as was Armstrong. Umpire crosses his arms like the Monsignor and says we will have a ball up, as very slow to get up is Armstrong, but that's okay. In fact, it was a free kick by Hurtado. And then here is Strepp, who cannot get away there from 11. There's a great tackle in there, and a great Shepherd by Shepherd. And then here is Ferrucci out to the near side, Jen Ferrucci, and the ball goes to ground. Great job to Shepherd by Kastanek. Handball over the top of the pickoff by Silvio, who drops that one into the middle. Here is Armstrong to continue to realize she has a bounce. She's hauled down. That's holding the ball. Melissa Armstrong is fast, but she's not as fast as Tawania Clark. And Tawania Clark earns a free kick. She is a very hardy football player and very much the heart and soul of this team. One of many on this Denver Lady Bulldogs side that was so successful and continues to be successful. There's a long kick as that one drops in front. Getting away, holding off the football was Clark. And then there is Austin with a left-footed kick. That one drops straight down. Ball comes down and it squirts out. Here is Shepherd. She's held down by Kastanek. And that is holding the ball, says umpire Wilhelm. And a free kick. Here is Kastanek. She's going to play on. She drops it. She throws that one in right to left with the wind. It's going to roll. Is that going to have the distance? No. It's slapped through by LaVictor, who concedes the behind. And in the grand scheme of things, not a terrible idea. So that gives Denver another point. That's 2-3-15 to 1 point rather. It's 2-3-15 to 1 point. It's a 14-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. The temperature is getting a little bit cooler. It actually feels really nice. And you see the darkening skies in the background. And that one is going out of bounds, and it will be a boundary throw-in. Having a great time here in suburban Denver, Westminster, Colorado. Absolutely beautiful scenery. We do not have these in Pennsylvania. Here is Adrian with a long looping handball, and that one is kicked in short. That's going to roll through, and I believe it has rolled through for behind, and it has. A good job by Adrian to force the issue. 2-4-16 for Denver. 1 point for the All-Stars. As As we mentioned, there are 7 teams. Ball is going to have a ball up on that far side, I believe. In fact, it's going to be a ball in. Ball comes spinning back into play. Shepard able to get Adrian out of the way, and then she was taken down by Adrian without the football. Umpire was okay with that. Kicked that one up on the left side. That one is marked by Gray defensively. A lot of defensive marks as Gray will throw that one on to the right. It's going to travel up over everybody. Shepard was back but bumped off by Adrian, who just got the ball. And then over to the corner is McAllister. But over to get it there is, I believe that was 18, which was, it was Placencio. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Andrea Placencio is one of a couple of Arizona Lady Hawks on this team. Hawks were an original member of the USAFL women's program. They've been in and out of the last couple of years, but they are back in business. Centering ball off the free kick, but it's intercepted by Jen Ferrucci. Speaking of Arizona Lady Hawks, Ferrucci up the left side looking for Armstrong, but it's picked off by Anna Thexton. Thexton kicks for goal. That is a great goal by Anna Thexton. Oh, that was through for a point. My bad, that's a point. Okay, from here it looked like he pointed 2 fingers. That's all I'm saying. All right, that was a great behind by Anna Thexton. And then a free kick has been awarded and a nice mark by Kastanek. So just to update the score here, it's 2-5-17, and that's going to change in a second as Kastanek starts that one to the right. That's coming back. Is it there? Yes, it is. That's a goal. Third by Kastanek. She has it all. 3-5-23 for Denver. And the All-Stars 1 point. Well, the All-Stars are getting most of the sorties forward. And that is what that has been the difference. They've been getting most of the action going forward, and when they have, they've been peppering the All-Star goals, but they are still hanging in there. As we have cheering behind us from the Seattle group, which means that the Seattle-Sacramento girls are playing well. That might be for second place at this point, but still plenty of football to play. Ball is in the middle of the ground as Clark was tied up by Lauren Sullivan from the LA Dragons. And here is Clark. Throws that one onto the right. That one's going to carry. Nice mark by Simone Shepard, who went sliding on her backside. She was best and fairest in Division II at Nationals last year, as the Sockeyes combined with a number of teams to win the Division II premiership. That one is kicked. And then back the other way, out into the middle of the ground. Picked up by Clark, gets away. Shepard thrown on by Masher Mace, who just stood there like a scarecrow and allowed for the block. Picked up by Shepard. Shepard has to go backwards, does to LeVictor. That one is speared by Mortensen, who goes in. Not 15, but playing on is Kastanek, who's going to run the 50. She's going to go in short. Adrian able to get away. She's going to run on. She hauls speed, and she is kicked a goal. And she was able to get away from Katie Ann Scherer. And she was able to do so nicely, and Captain America has added another major for the Denver Lady Bulldogs. That takes them on to 4-5-29. 1 point for the All-Stars. Scherer playing defensively, had a good crack at the ball, but once Adrian got to it, you kind of knew how that one was going to end. And a nice finish into the win. Meanwhile, a score check from the other way thanks to Seb Aguieri. It's San Francisco leading Seattle-Sacramento 13-7. So right now, that match is for second place. That looked like a throw. As Melissa Garcia, I think she may have caught that one high, but in any event, it's a free kick to Mortensen. Dropped and then kicked on nicely. That was a nice play as that was McAllister, I believe, who was able to find Kastanek, but it turned over as that ball bounced by Armstrong. She almost got a Shepard from Serpico. She thought that was pushing the back, and it wasn't. There's the kick by The kick by Wilkinson goes into the corner, and then ball goes to ground. Here is Mortensen. She had it smothered by Placencio, and then Shepard's able to clear it, and it's marked by Shepard in front of Masher Mace. By Armstrong. So here is Melissa Armstrong. And the mother of four puts that one onto the right foot. And that one is dropped. Gets away. Bexton protects Austin. And that one is marked nicely. And then she's thrown to the ground. Roner, I don't think that was paid. I guess it wasn't, so that's going to be holding the ball. So the mark was not paid, and that was a good tackle. And then here is Blecker back the other way up the left side. And that one is marked defensively by Anna Fexton. With a very impressive kick that fooled the heck out of me, but in fact it was a behind. It skips away from Kastenik, and then throwing a nice Shepard in there was Roder against Shepard, and then picked off, and here the other way they come as Yoon, and that one is marked by 13, which is Ferrucci. So here is Jen Ferrucci, throws that one on to the right. Here's the All-Stars with another chance. They haven't had one in some time, and then she was shoved into the back by Hurtado, and then getting up was by Von Herath, and that is halftime. Well, it was back and forth for a little bit. Denver led 2-1 at one point, but they have kicked 4-5 here in the first half, and they have a 28-point lead at halftime. It's the Denver Lady Bulldogs 4-5-29. The All-Stars one behind 1 point. The second half of this one is imminent. We'll hope you'll stick around and be right back. This is the 2017 USAFL Western Regional Tournament on USAFL.com.